Schedule reaction. Here we are, man. It's officially that day. It's finally that day. It's finally that day. I mean, not really though, because there's kind of like nothing happening once this goes down, but it is officially been released. The Lions 2025 schedule. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I've tried my best to not look at anything here, but unfortunately, right before, like I didn't know a dang thing about this schedule at all. Right before though, I was looking for the release and I saw some leaks and I'm like, oh dang, okay, I kind of have some idea of this, but officially this thing has been dropped. So I'm gonna share it on the screen. They actually did drop a video of it. I'm not gonna play the video because I think that's gonna be kind of messy trying to play it over here. But I'm gonna show you guys the image of the schedule release, and this has been dropped everywhere. So this has been verified. Lions have posted the video of it, so this is verified, officially official. They were on top of this thing, man. They were ready for this. So let me get this thing uploaded in, and we'll jump right on this. Here we go. Bam, that's in there, and just title it S, I guess. Here we go. Pop that on. 1 second. Okay. All right. We should be good. We should have it. Okay. So here's the schedule release. This is a lot new to me, bro. I haven't looked through like most of this, so I'm pretty fired up. All right. Let's get into this. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay. Let's just jump right into it, I guess. Let's get this thing started, man. So first off, at Green Bay, I did see that one. That one was leaked to me. I saw that we played Green Bay first. So Green Bay is going to pop things off. Okay, I got you. So at Green Bay, 4:00. This is actually perfect. This is typically the way I'd prefer to play Green Bay. I like playing Green Bay early on the road. Like I love playing Green Bay on the road early. So to get them for week 1 is ideal. I think this is actually the perfect way to play Green Bay. So this is a perfect start. You get that 4:00 start. This is money. I love the first week start. This is great here. And we get the Hall of Fame game as well. So does this count? No, it doesn't count. We could count this. It doesn't count. But anyways, I love that as the first week. That's the perfect way to start this off is at Green Bay. You always want to play at Green Bay early. Now, actually, in fairness, we've been pretty good as of late. Like you could make a case maybe that it's an advantage of ours to actually play on the road. If someone wanted to make that case, I'm not even mad at them. If someone wanted to say, "No, we're actually better on the road," that actually makes more sense for us, and that actually benefits us more than it actually benefits the Green Bay Packers. But I love this. Okay, so then we have versus Bears. So we're back at home. Hey, I don't like this. All right. I don't like the division games to open things up. I don't love playing divisional teams right away personally, but that's where we're at. We got versus Bears to get things started. This game, I'm surprised this isn't prime time, to be honest. I'm surprised with all the Bears hype that this is not a primetime game. I'm surprised they're not like, yo, let's get this thing on the main stage. They're going straight 1 p.m. Fox start. It's a very consistent start to the season. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised this is straight ahead. Okay, then we go at Ravens. Okay, now this is primetime. That's why. So Monday Night Football at Ravens. Is this a doubleheader? I don't think so. It might be. This might be a doubleheader. I don't know. Well, this is going to be the main one, I'm sure. At Ravens. Oh boy, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But that's another one where it's again like I'd rather play at Baltimore early, so I'd prefer that. I mean, last time we played at Baltimore was a disaster. Nothing to do with weather, but it was a disaster. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. We knew we had to play at Ravens at some point. Primetime football is great. I feel like I'm thinking back to like when we last played the Ravens on primetime. Like I think back to I remember when Stafford did the Ray Lewis after the game. We beat him that week. Like we've had some good moments there. Okay, we've had some. It is one of the toughest schedules. No, it is one of the toughest because the divisions we play are tough. Like the NFC East is difficult. Obviously, the AFC North is tough. But then we have to deal with our own division. Like if our own division was trash, like some of these other divisions, we'd be fine. It's the fact that our own division is too good. That's the problem. Our own division is great. So that's the problem we have to deal with. But then we have at Bengals, which, we almost got him like in that spot. So you wonder, is this where the Bengals are going to start cooking or is this when they're still tragic? Because the Bengals are usually pretty tragic to begin the season. So this is what this is like how far are we along at this point when we play Cincinnati? But yeah, they gave us essentially 5 potential play, 6 potential play, 7 potential play, 8 potential, 9. Okay, now I'm looking down the list. We might have 10 straight playoff teams on our schedule. We might. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is ridiculous. But these are the opponents. The opponents are just tough. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let's keep going. So Bengals, 4:00 start. 2 4:00 starts. I rock with the 4:00 starts, actually. At Cincinnati, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that early. They might be rolling by now, though. So I'm assuming they're going to be rolling by this time. We'll go through these. We'll predict them here in a second. Okay, let's go at Chiefs. Sunday Night Football. It's at Chiefs again. So, they're going to want their revenge. It's not week 1 like last time. This is crazy, bro. All these primetime games. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to all these primetime games, bro. It's throwing me off. There are way too many primetime games on here, man. But yeah, all right, primetime at Chiefs, 8:20. So we have two we have two 1 o'clock starts in the first 6 games. We have primetime again against the Bucks. This is nuts, bro. Okay. So Chiefs is Sunday Night Football. Buccaneers, then Monday Night Football, which has to be a doubleheader because we got the 7 p.m. start versus the Bucks. I'm actually feeling pretty good about that one. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. They'll be flying around. They'll probably be putting up a lot of points, but we now have their defensive line coach, so that's fire. But they'll be putting up a lot of points. They'll be loaded with weapons, so that's good. Yeah, the Chiefs one, that's awesome. I'm glad we get that one again, prime time. Hey, no excuses this time, okay? No excuses this time. The quarterbacks that we're facing are fantastic, though. Once you get beyond the Bears, I mean, you're playing some really good quarterbacks here, and the Browns, and you got some really good quarterbacks here. Okay, then we have the bye week. So the bye week's right where everybody typically wants it, right in the middle of the season. I mean, you never really know. Only 5 1 p.m. games. That is crazy. Yeah, that whole second half of the season is all too. Now I do know they have that new thing this year where they can like flex games. So I wonder if we'll get some later starts too. But we probably a lot of these are probably game of the week. Like Steelers could be flexed. I could see that be flexed in a good way or a bad way, to be honest with you, depending on how bad they are this year. But like Rams is going to be the Fox, game of the week or whatever. But okay, so versus Vikings off the bye week, week 8 bye week. It's right in the middle. I mean, early guessing, that's as good as it can get. I mean, you don't know. You just don't know until season starts. When guys gets hurt, who knows when it's going to mean anything? But this isn't a bad spot to be. Okay, then versus Vikings. So we're back at home. So the other interesting thing is we have 3 of our first 8 games are at home. I think last year we had an extra home game. I think it was last year. So this year we'll play an extra away game. That's not ideal, but back-to-back home games. So we're going to go into the bye with a home game, out of the bye with a home game. I do like that. I like getting an extra week for the Vikings too. If you were going to give me an extra week, I'd prefer it against a divisional team. Like I don't like them at the beginning of the season. It feels like it's just kind of messy at the beginning of the year. So we're going to have to be ready to roll, which is good because we have a lot of continuity. Well, outside of the coordinators, I guess, but in terms of personnel. But giving us an extra week for the Vikings the second time around will be good. Actually, that's the first time around. So the first time. Okay, that's good. That's good. If the Vikings are as good as they were last year, that's a great time to get the Vikings. Then we have at Commanders. That one is a 4 o'clock start. That's probably going to be America's game of the week too. If I was guessing, I think they're going to call that America's game of the week too. So yeah, I guess these are all I consider. Is that considered prime time? Maybe not. Maybe it's not because there is other games going on. Let me do it like this here. This is better. Let me do that. I hate we start off with 2 division. Yeah, I don't like it either. I mean, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't go well. I just feel like there's more flukiness to it at that time when you jump off the season like that. I remember. I think the last time we did that was the Patricia era, right? We jumped off with Green Bay and Chicago. I think it was Chicago then Green Bay because that's how we opened it. I think we opened 0-2 as well, which isn't great. So hopefully we don't do that. But yeah, I think we used to get that a lot, and then they kind of went away from it. I think that was more in the COVID years and things like that. So at Commanders, 4 o'clock start off the Vikings. Okay, at Eagles, that's another prime time. That's Sunday Night Football. That game's gonna be awesome. That's the week before Thanksgiving, or no, that's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. That's gonna be a fire game. 8:20 against the Eagles. At Eagles, November 16th might not be too bad. We might be early enough there. We'll see where that's at. And then 3 straight home games. That's kind of nice. We don't have 3 straight away games, but we get 3 straight home games. That's a chance to make a run here. Like really, we'll see how good the Packers are this year. I don't hate the roster, but they could be messy this season. And the Giants, they could be messy this season. I mean, they could have dudes getting fired at this point in the season. And I'm not rooting for that, but they could. I'm actually rooting for the Giants. But then you have the Packers. Like, this is a real stretch of opportunity right here. I think you come off the Commanders, Eagles. Both of those are not divisional games. You get the Vikings game off the bye. You want to feel good about that one. So say you win that one, even if you had back-to-back slip-ups, which we haven't done much, even if you had that, you'd have 3 straight home games to rattle off some wins there, get a divisional game in there, all NFC opponents, which is going to be huge for a playoff race, and all at home. The Thanksgiving game is in the middle. That's kind of nice. Thanksgiving game's in the middle. So you get the home game. So for travel purposes, this is going to be great for them for travel purposes to stay home, go right to Thanksgiving, have extra time before they get to the Vikings. And or not extra time for the Vikings, but I guess extra time after the Cowboys game for the Vikings is that's why, because they're doing it like they did last year. They went Thursday last year. I really like that because then your travel to LA, which is tough, you're going to end up getting 10 days before that. I think this is a great stretch. That's a fantastic stretch the Lions got. 3 straight home games, then at Rams with 10 days off. And then you have the Steelers, and I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's back at home. This whole stretch right here is winning time. That's what I'm seeing early. I don't know about y'all, but that looks like winning time. Might be the easiest part. Nah, I would say it's the hardest part. I think the division games are most difficult. Our division didn't lose to other teams last year. I mean, it could be a little bit worse than that this season, right? Probably will be just by the law of average or whatever. I don't know if that makes any sense. But our division's nasty. I love that 5-game stretch. Giants, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers. I love that. And then you wrap it up both road games, which is tough. It'll come down to if they're in the playoff hunt, right? Who's in the playoff hunt here? I don't love playing on Christmas. Hey, December 21st is my birthday. So we play on my birthday at home against the Steelers. That's pretty awesome. I've been waiting for this, baby. I think last year, one day off. I'm glad. I'm glad this finally happened. So my birthday's on a Sunday this year. That's awesome. All right, that's what I'm talking about. And then we got the short week into Vikings on Christmas. I don't like that. I didn't want to play on the Christmas this year, but I understand why they did it. And if it's look, they could literally simply just go based on last year and be like, hey, Lions Vikings last year, how'd that do at the end of the season? That's prime time. That's prime time football. But that's a huge break again, right? Because you have up till December the 31st, you'd have 5 full days, 6 for first, 7 for the second, 8 for the third. You have like 8 straight days off before you have to. That's a nice little break before you go at Chicago, before you wrap it up with Chicago. So I like the spacing of the back half of this, actually. It's weirdly, I actually kind of like the second half of our schedule a lot better. At Chicago is tough, though. Like, if that's for the division or something, that's tough to get at the end of the year. I'd prefer it be flipped where we play Chicago early in the year at Chicago than this way around. But as it was said in the chat, like, yeah, we're going to be all over Ben Johnson from a crowd perspective, that they're going to be all over him. Jaden Daniels due for a sophomore slump. I don't even think it's Jaden. I just think that team's going to lose more games this year. But that's me. That's me. I don't know. I just don't think the team's going to be as good this year. I thought they were super simple last year. But we'll see. We have to do better against him. Positive is Casey Rogers, and he's fresh in my mind because I just did the Casey Rogers video. But we did a really good job. He did a really good job against that team this past season. Both times they played him. The entire NFC East cluster is interesting. All right, so let's roll through this. Let's do some picks. Let's have some fun. Rams on your birthday. Congrats. That's what I'm talking about. That's fire. What day is that? December 14th. Okay, so let's go through. Let's make some, let's have fun. All right. At Packers, week 1. What do we think, chat? Y'all got to go with me on this one. And keep track at home. Keep track at home what you have for the record. So we got at Packers first. What are y'all feeling for this one, win or loss? It's tough because we won't know. I wasn't as high on the Packers last year. I think the Packers did really well this offseason, especially their draft. I like their draft. I like their top pick a lot. I think Golden's going to help them a ton there. I think that's going to be good for them. But I'm just not as big as a believer in the Packers. We'll see if they figure out cornerback. Yeah, let's stop playing. Let's give that a W. Come on, man. I mean, just stop playing. It's at Green Bay. It's perfect. At Green Bay to open. That's the only way you'd want it. All right, week 1's a W. Y'all are with me on this one. Let's keep it moving. Making sure I didn't miss something important here. All right, let's keep it moving. Week 2 versus Chicago. Now, I think I know what the chat's going to say. You saying win? Okay. I think I know what everybody's going to say on this one versus Chicago. A lot of W's. I'm going to see a lot of W's in the chat. Get them in there. So, Chicago with Colston Loveland was fantastic. Luther Burns going to be fun. If they're healthy coming into the year and there's not a lot of mess, which could happen, right? They what they did with that whole team, it's like, hey, where are they going to be? Health-wise, they should be in a good spot. The question will be, how fast is Caleb Williams coming along? Does that take a minute? Are they rolling immediately there? That'll be the big question, right? Like, because if he does end up rolling next season, which he could, maybe something that takes a little bit longer down the road. I'd feel better where we're at against the Bears versus where they're at. I think that crowd is going to be electric as well. So I got to feel good about that one. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to go W there, too. I'm going to say week 2, we handle business. I am higher on Chicago, but I think week 2, we handle business. That's 2-0. That's 2-0. We got a lot of W's in the chat. Sweeping Chicago. First loss, Ravens. First loss is Ravens. So right here, at Ravens. It's hard to bet against the Ravens. NFC teams always lose to the Ravens. Now, sometimes they don't. There's occasions where they don't, but they almost always lose to this team. I'm going to have to look through it real quick because the Ravens added Malachi Starks, which I think was a great pickup for them. It's just going to be about dealing with Lamar. And last season, the Tampa Bay gave up 41 points to Lamar. So it wasn't ideal in that game. I'm looking at it right now. Their defensive line's kind of Like, I don't think they have a great defensive line. They didn't really add to it So I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to beat them up front. They still got Matabike, but outside of that, I think it's a little bit messy. They're going to be asking Trenton Simpson to play a bigger role. So the whole front seven, I feel good about our advantage there. O-line versus their front seven, I feel good about that. And then in the back end, they added some dudes this year. Again, Starks could take the ball away a little bit. He could definitely take the ball away a little bit. Last time we played this team, though, big issue with us was we couldn't win on the outside. We couldn't win with our receivers on the outside. So I'd feel better about this one. I wonder if Tesla is going at all by this point. I feel better about that matchup specifically, though. That's going to be more evenly matched. But I like our O-line versus that front seven a lot. Then offensively for them, not a lot happened here, right? Not a lot happened here. I mean, their offensive line, they added a couple of potential pieces, but I think those are down the road. I think Emory Jones is a down the road piece. The offensive line really didn't change if you don't include that. So I don't think there's a lot of movement. DeAndre Hopkins could be feisty, especially against the Terran Arnold. That could be a problem. Actually, that could really be a problem. Terran Arnold versus Hopkins could be a problem. We'll see how far he comes along, though, this quickly. But actually, you'll probably see a lot of DJ Reed. So actually, that will probably be – you'll probably see a lot of Rashad Bateman, and you'll see, like, maybe a Meek on Flowers. I feel good about this, man. I'm going to give us a W. I'm talking through this. I'm going to give us a W early. I feel good about this. You know, I know, like, no one loses to this team, but I feel better about how we're going to play the run. And I look at this team, like, if we focus on playing the run, we're going to give up points. But, I mean, last time we were just lost. Last time our team was lost. Jack Campbell was lost playing on line of scrimmage. It's more clarified now. You put Derek Barnes on the line. He's going to be comfy. He's going to know what he's doing. And, like, we're going to dominate them up front. Like, straight up, at least on the offensive side. Now, the defensive side, that'll be a little bit more of a that'll probably be a little bit more interesting just because we won't have a Liam at this point. If Hutch is rolling, though, by now, we got the nod, baby. We're 3-0. We 3-0. Stop. All right, here we go. Week 4. Let's see. Week 4 at Cincinnati. This one's tricky, too, because I think Cincinnati by now could be 0-3, could be 0-4, actually 0-4. I skipped one. I'm sorry. Chicago. That's why. Cleveland. Oh, versus Cleveland at home? Yeah, we're winning that game. Look, man. Look. I like what Cleveland did. I think they played it smart. We're not losing to Cleveland at home. We're not losing to Cleveland at home. Okay? Like, I don't know. We don't really need to do much with that one. Their defense could be tricky. Last year it fell off, but we're not losing this one. Okay, 4-0. Week 5. Let's go to week 5. Week 5. We got Bengals at Cincinnati. So I think they're going to be rolling by now. We know we got a ton to deal with offensively. They're going to put up a lot of points in this game. Being that they're at home, they're going to put up a lot of points at a 4 o'clock start. Should be no problem with the weather. Up front, they added pieces. I don't think they got better, but they added depth potentially. Like, they didn't really get better from a starting spot. So if they're healthy, that'll be huge for them. I'll tell you what, they're going to struggle to stop our run. I mean, it's TJ Slayton and BJ Hill. Shamar Stewart's not even playing for this team. Like, as much as I want to say they're going to score a lot against us, Demetrius Knight will help. Is Trey Hendrickson going to play? Like, I don't even know who's playing for these dudes. Like, dude, we're not losing. That's a W. Stop playing. Dude, we are 5-0 right now. We are 5-0 right now. This is fantastic. I don't know how this happened. How are we 5-0 right? We're 5-0, y'all. We just out here winning football games. What's going on? All right, 5-0. Let's go to the Chiefs. This is easy. This is all we got to do. Just win every game. All right. Maybe no Trey early in year. Maybe no Trey. You talking about for the Chiefs? That would make things interesting. All right, let's go to the Chiefs because last time they didn't have Chris Jones. I'm not biased. I'm not even being biased. I'm being honest here. Let's talk about the Chiefs a little bit. So offensive line wise, they added Jalen Moore. That'll be good for him. That's going to be an upgrade. Who in the world is playing on the interior for them at guard? I don't know. That could be an issue. That could be an issue early as their guard position could be an issue. We might be able to go at that, but we don't have a Liam, so I won't give us a huge nod there. Receiver should be in a much better spot, so I think they'll be more competitive there. Early in the season, how much is Travis rolling? Probably a little bit better early in the season. So I feel okay about their offense is going to do some things. Defensively, Mike Pennell and Norman Lott. That's a nice rotation. Hey, Mike Pennell, Casey Rogers guy right there. The linebacker position strong. Cornerback, I really like what they did. They added Noel Williams. I'm going to give us a loss. Look at this. I'm not even being biased, bro. I'm giving us a loss here. Week 6, we'll take the L. Let's go to week 7 against the Bucs. So right now we're 5-1. Y'all saying W? All right. Y'all keep it in your head. Y'all keep it or write it down, whatever you're doing. But I'm gonna say right now we're 5-1. Let's go to Tampa Bay. I don't want to lose this game, of course. I'd rather win at Kansas City at 8:20. But you know how it is. We're gonna get some bad calls. You guys know what time it is. Okay, Buccaneers at home. We're coming off a loss. We're going into our bye week. The Buccaneers are a heck of a football team. They're going to come down to health. This could be like a weird spot for them to where every team does, but just for them at like receiver, they're going to be in an interesting spot here. I assume they're going to be able to put up a lot of points. I could see them scoring 30 points in this game. I could see them put up 30 on us. Their offensive line's in a good spot. I think they're just getting better up there. So I like that aspect of their team. Their defensive line's been a huge work in progress, but they added Reddick. I don't know if that's going to move the needle that much, but that's been a pretty big work in progress, getting those young guys to come along. Linebacker, still got Levante David. Never like betting against that guy. And then in the back end, they added Morrison, which we'll see at that point, and Jacob Parrish are going to be better there too. That's a good team. That's a good team. I like this one. This could be a good matchup. This is going to be a good matchup. I don't know, man. I mean, we've like split with them recently. We beat them in the playoffs. I think they're going to score. I don't know if their defense is going to be as good with who they lost in terms of losing their defensive line coach, but you still have Todd Bowles over there. We should be able to see it in practice more. I'm going to give us a tight win. I think we're going to see it in practice. We're going to see what we need to be prepared for. We're going to be prepared for the crazy blitzing. The strategy is going to be similar. Maybe we can get some good intel here from Rodgers on what this should look like. So let's go with a tight win. Let's go 6-1 into the bye. And then we have the Vikings at home against the Vikings coming off a bye week. Again, I want to feel good about this. Like, give me a little extra time. It's hard to predict the loss with a little extra time in a game like this. Are the Vikings going to be as good this year? Let me know, Chad. How good do you think the Vikings are going to be this year? Are they taking a step back? I think most people think they're going to take a step back. McCarthy, we don't know what that's going to look like. I'm a fan of McCarthy, so I think he's going to be good there. And I doubted them last year, and they were awesome. So it's hard for me to doubt them too much here. I love what they did with their offensive line. If they're healthy at this spot, they're going to be ready to go. They're going to be ready to go by this time of the season. The question is, they're old on the defensive line now. Hargrave, Jonathan Allen, are those dudes even playing at this point? If we assume they're playing, they're a little bit better there. Cornerback's not good. It's not great. I mean, Isaiah Rodgers was a backup last year, but he's okay. He's their starter right now. Jeff Okudah, I think they're going to struggle to stop us. I think they're going to struggle to get stops here, but we know they do some interesting things defensively. They're going to be better up front. Does that move the needle for me? Maybe if they stop the run. I'm going to say, dang, it's a bye week, bro. I don't know. I'm going to say loss. I'm going to say loss here. Let's go week. What is this? Week 9? I'm going to say loss. So we're 6-2. We're 6-2. I think we're 6-2. Yeah. All right. At Commanders. I'm not worried about this. This is a W. I don't even need to talk about this one that much. That's a W. All right, we're 7-2. We're gonna win this one. We're gonna get back on track. We just lost a game, kind of a bye. We're frustrated. We're gonna knock off the Commanders coming back at it. We're gonna have a much better plan against this team. I'm not too worried in the back end at this time. I mean, it'll be the same kind of matchups. I think we'll be better this time around. The losses I've given us is week 6 to Chiefs and week 9 to Minnesota. Those are the 2 losses we got right now. But I'm going to give us a win here. I think we're going to bounce back. I don't think Washington's going to be as good this season. I think they're taking a step back this year. I don't think the roster's that great either. I think we played a horrendous game. We were injured as heck. I don't think it's going to look the same. I think they're going to take a big step back. Washington's going to lose this game. Lions win that one. I feel good. We might blow them out too. It's in Washington. I think we win by 10. All right, let's go to week 11 here. 7-2. We're at Philadelphia. This might be game of the year. People might call this game of the year. This is going to be a good one. Okay, so defensively, they're still pretty loaded. And then this year they came into the draft and they ended up adding Jahad Campbell. Is he playing right now? Probably. Jahad Campbell's probably rolling by now. He could be starting. He could be starting in next to Zach Bond, which means that whole front seven is going to be really tough when you put that together. The back end's pretty good outside of potentially Keely Ringo starting or Adoree Jackson. That's not great. That's something that we could potentially try to pick on a little bit there. And then their run game, they now don't have Mekhi Becton, so it's Tyler Steen at right guard. They didn't really replace it. They went and got Hinton and Kendall in the draft, kind of backups, Cameron Williams. They got a lot of backups in there. They didn't really address that too much. Their weapons are going to be tough, though, because you're going to have A.J. Brown either against Terrion or Reed, who's undersized. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be tough to match up with. I kind of like, I don't know. This one's going to be, I think, whoever scores 40. We're on the road. It's going to be weather dependent too. I'm going to say we win. I'm going to say we win, bro. I'm going to give us the win there. If the weather is pretty clear and it's not just like all wet all over the place, like all rainy and stuff, I think there's going to be a lot of similarities between these two teams. This could be when we start getting guys back too. We're talking about week 11. This is the range when guys could start really getting back for us. Maybe the Wingos, potentially Aleem's on the radar here. Like we could start getting some key pieces back at this spot. So this game feels like if you come off a win against Washington, this is going to be like the most hype game. This is potentially playing for a 1 seed at this point. So I'm going to give us the win there. Okay. We're going to go on to the Giants. We got the Giants in week 12 at 1 o'clock. That's a home game. This is a stretch that we really like here. We really like the stretch. The Giants, I like what they did. They're going to be tough up front to deal with. They're going to get a ton of pressure. We're going to have to run the ball against this team, or they're going to get a ton of pressure against us. And then for them, they're relying on a lot of young dudes to kind of step up. But they got Adebo. They added Holland. Like they injected legitimate talent immediately. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be who's the heck's playing quarterback. If it's Wilson or Winston, we're winning this football game. If it's Dart, I don't know, because we're going to have to see what he looks like. They should be able to run the ball a little bit. I can't talk myself into a loss here. We're winning this one. All right, we'll keep it moving. We're going to beat them at 1 o'clock. I feel good about that one. Now, Packers at home. We already beat them one time on the road. This is a tricky spot. This is a tricky spot, I think. I think this is a tricky spot because now you've already beat them once. They're probably fighting for playoff lives right here. Green Bay's probably fighting for the playoff life a little bit right here. Definitely for seeding perspective because the North is going to be really good. And it depends, like their defensive line, do they take steps by this point? Right? Does it start to come together a little bit? Do they become more of does Van Ness figure it out by this point? Is he becoming effective? Because if they can get pass rushers front forward, they're a completely different team. They couldn't last year. They were forced to blitz all the time. And then in the back end, what does the rotation look like? Is Nate Hobbs starting? Is Nixon on the outside? Like, how do they figure that out? Their offensive line could be in a really good spot by now because you could have they could be more well-rounded by this point. Health-wise, we'll have to see, but they could be much more well-rounded. I'm gonna go loss here. I'm gonna say we split. I'm gonna go loss here. I'll give respect to him. I usually don't respect the Packers like that, but I think this is gonna be a tough matchup the second time around. And I do think by this time in the season, they could have some things rolling together. So that's a loss there. Let's go to week 14. We have versus Cowboys. You kind of got to assume we're going to lose this game with how the Cowboys be cheating for real. Nah, the real thing here is, though, and this is legit, like I don't know if they're going to be in contention still. If they're in contention still, I think they're going to be scary with Micah healthy. That changes literally everything. But if they're not, I think we're going to torch them on the ground like we did last year. This just depends on where they're at as a team. If they're still in it, they're going to be tough. They're going to be really tough if they're still in it, right? Because Pickens will still be locked in. If he's not still in it, if they're not still in as a team, we're going to destroy this team on the ground. They don't have dudes on the inside that can stop the run at all. Like at all. And they went the weird kind of like late trade market for linebackers. Like they don't have the dudes for that. So I'm going to say about this time, I'm going to be a little pessimistic for them. I'm going to say they're in the tough spot. I'm going to give us a win right here. We'll get back. We'll bounce back. And then we're going to go to at Rams, which is, oh man, this is a tough team. Yeah, getting the Cowboys at home too is nice. That is nice, actually. That crowd is going to be electric. We're going to have a ton of people there. That thing is going to sell out fast, I would assume. A lot of Cowboys fans, I guess, are going to probably be there too. Okay, let's go to the Rams. And the Rams maybe a little bit older in some spots right now, so they could be dinged up too. That could be the concern with them. Even like Devontae Adams, those kind of guys. If they're healthy, though, they are a loaded roster, man. That team is loaded when they're healthy. Devontae, Puka, that's tough. That is every time we play them, bro, like you feel like you have to score every time. They're that good offensively. They are such a hassle, bro. Like this team is every play feels so intense against this team. And against the run, they added Puna Ford, is coming off a good year. I don't think he's as good as the year suggests that he had. The defensive front, are they coming into their own a little bit more potentially? Right? Adding Ty Hamilton, they got a little bit more of a closer in Josiah Stewart. They got some pieces there. They got some pieces. Linebacker room will be kind of carrying over. The defensive back room, they may add Jalen Ramsey to that. I'm not sure on this one. This is going to be a good one. This one might go to overtime again. I get the feeling this one's going to overtime again. I'm not sure if I want to see a win or loss here. I don't know. I think I want to skip this one. I'm going to skip this one. Let me come back to that. I'm not sure on this one, man. I don't know. This one's so hard to pick. Like, we usually beat this team. But the other thing I'm keeping my eye on here, too, is that they have, like, a kicker now. Like, so is Cardi better this year? Like, they might make some kicks and stuff. Like, it comes – all the little things matter against this team. And then we have versus the Steelers, week 16, which I think we kind of just talked about them. It's going to depend where they're at as a team, just like the Cowboys. How dialed in is that? I think at home changes everything. I think on the road, this is a lot tougher. At home, I feel pretty good. We're going to beat the Steelers at home. And then we wrap it up at week 17 and 18 with divisional matchups. Let's go Minnesota on the road. I had us doing first time? Week 9. I had us losing the first time. So now we're on the road at Minnesota. I love that, by the way. I don't like that it's Christmas, but I love it on the road. I absolutely love it on the road based where their stadium is. I love this late in the season. That's a W for me. I feel really good about this one. They're an older defense front. I think they're going to be legitimately banged up by this time. I don't trust their back end depth at all. I don't think they're going to be in a great spot here. I think we're going to win this one. I feel really good about that one. And then we'll go to week 18 against Chicago. And the first time around, I gave us the win. Where's Chicago at? Chicago was week 2. Dang, week 2 and week 18. How about that gap? So where's Chicago at this point during the season? Where are we at this point? Because based on where I'm at, if we give the LA Rams a win, we have 1, 2, 3 losses coming into this game. If I give us the loss, we'd have 4 losses coming in this game for 12-5. This could mean everything. I think it's, man. I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say we beat the Rams. You know what? I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm gonna flip it because I'm thinking usually by the end of the season, the Lions they're like as crisp as they've been all season long. I think they're gonna be very crispy down the stretch here. So here's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna beat the Rams. We're going to beat the Rams. Oh, no, sorry. We're going to lose to the Rams, and I'm going to say we beat the Bears. I think by the end of the season, Lions are going to be playing very crispy football. And if this game means anything, they're going to handle business. Dan Campbell doesn't rest guys, seemingly at all. And we're not going to be a spot probably to rest guys at this point. He's going to have this team as fired up motivationally as possible. That means that we're going to win this game. So we're going to handle business. I'll give us the loss to the Rams. And that puts us at 13-4. So 13-4 is my prediction for this Lions upcoming season, which will be wrong. Just so you know, this will be wrong. No one predicted 15 wins last year. If you did, you were insane, and we did it. So 13 wins. I'll go 13-4. Man, it's a tough schedule. I really like that stretch, though. That second half stretch, I really like that. I really like that Giants, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Steelers. I think that's a fantastic stretch. And then to end with 2 divisional games, they're going to be as fired up as you can possibly get. Especially if we lose the Vikings first time around, I feel really good that we get it again. It's impossible for us to lose a single game. We're going to go 17-0. Maybe. After last year, if you got better, maybe. I don't know, dude. I'm not counting anything out, but I really like this. I kind of like how this gets set up. The first 7 are tough. The first 7 games are tough. Only one in there that feels a little bit is the Cleveland Browns, maybe the Buccaneers, and maybe the Bengals. But those 2 will probably be really good teams. And the Browns are not easy to face. It's better that it's at home. Because on the road, they've been shaky. That said, those first 7 are tricky. The first 2 are tricky. But if you do get out rolling, I think you're going to be in a really good spot. Because that second half, we're going to cook. So there you go, 13-4. 13-4 record prediction. Bam. We just laid it out. Man. We'll go through it real quick again. So I got a win at Packers. I got a win versus the Bears. Win at Ravens. Win versus Browns. Win at Bengals. Loss to Chiefs. The first loss is to the Chiefs. And then a win into the bye week against the Bucs. So 6-1 into the bye. Losing to the Vikings out of the bye, which is tricky, but that's what I got. We've done that before. We've lost with a break before. And, well, I guess we did in the playoffs too. But we've done that. So that's not impossible. 6-2 there. Knock off the Commanders in convincing fashion coming out. Then we'll beat the Eagles in what will be an absolute showdown. The Eagles are kind of a go either way type of feel. But I think we match up pretty well with them. We'll circle that one because that one could shift it. That could make it 12-5, that kind of thing. So I'll give us the win there. Giants, I'm honest, I can't really talk myself into that one. Giants, we're going to win. We're going to beat the Giants. And then Packers. I got us losing to the Packers second time. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I don't know. I every time we play the Packers, I feel really confident. So I don't know I'm predicting a loss here, but like their roster is good. I just feel very confident every time we face that team. Cowboys is week 14. That's a win because of where they'll be at in the season. And then week 15, I got us losing to the Rams. I got us dropping one to the Rams there. They get their revenge. I don't know. They get their revenge in this one, which is fair. That's kind of a go either way game too. It feels like a little bit. It probably will be. And then week 16, like we're gonna roll, man. We're gonna roll from here on. Steelers, that's money. And then you wrap it up with your two divisional games, which could mean a lot. So 13-4, we'll see where we get. But what is that in the division? That's 1-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, I think. Yeah, 2-2. 2-2. And then 3-2, 4-2. It's 4-2. 4-2 division. I guess 4-2 division. Man, do you remember last year we won every game on the road? Like I heard someone today talking about their team winning every game at home. We won every game on the road last year, which is crazy. So we got to get back to winning all our games at home. That'd be nice. But yeah, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2 in division. There you go. That's the prediction over here. Shout out to everybody over here on BR, man. I appreciate y'all joining for the schedule release. And now everything becomes quiet for a little while, but we'll still be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have something. And today, it was an early season prediction. I appreciate y'all joining, man. Have a great night, and I will see you guys that time, 6 p.m. Eastern Friday. We out. Bam. All right, chat. We wrapped it up. We wrapped it up, man. We wrapped it up. I'm not ending it here yet. I had to end the other stream. We had 2 streams on. But wow, okay, y'all were rolling in here. My bad with the late start, by the way. There's like a weird, I'll give you like a behind the scenes. It's like a weird preparing thing that like you can't start like the stream won't, it's not YouTube related, but it's something else I have to do now. And it won't start until it stops preparing, which is like I can't do anything with it. So I'm just like looking at it. So it usually prepares fast, like seconds. It's like bam, done. This one was like 1%, 2%. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. So I kept restarting it. And I'm like, I just have to sit here and wait. And then here's what it did. It got to 20% and went to 99. And I was like, I'm so glad I waited. So that's why that was happening. That's why that happened. Yeah. Okay. Also, Cindy was mad at me. Oh man, Cindy, my bad. Look, man, I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. I wish you could have seen my screen. I was frustrated too. I was like, why is this thing not working? Also, let's react to the video they put out. Lions signed Keith Cooper. Keith Cooper has officially been signed. Leaf Fatanu has been let go, but Keith Cooper has been signed. That's exciting. Shout out to Keith Cooper, man. That one is, I think, very deserved. We're gonna do a short little video on that. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Keith Cooper video. I'm already got about done. So we're gonna do a video on that one. I was a big Keith Cooper fan. He was in our UDFA video because I thought we already signed him. Turned out just a tryout. Then he got signed from his tryouts. Well deserved. Keith Cooper's a dog. So and he fits really well style wise. Also, we just dropped our y'all wanted the video on our defense line coach Casey Rogers. That dropped as well. I think we go 10-7. I don't think that's too pessimistic. I mean, it's hard to predict because there's a lot of good teams. You know what I mean? At least based on last year, right? That's how they get the toughness of schedule. It's a lot of good teams. So a lot of those feel like kind of go their way. Like, and we'll see. Some of those teams are going to fall back. A lot of people think Washington's going to be great. I don't think they're going to be great. I think they're going to fall back. Could be wrong, though, right? They might be amazing. But you're going to get a couple of those teams to take a step back. We're just trying to figure out who. I just think like teams like that will. And then like Baltimore's a tough one to predict as a win. I did, but it's tough. The Baltimore's a tough one to predict. Okay, we have this. We got the let's get the audio. Yeah, we should be rolling. All right, we good. Let me get the audio. Y'all give me a 1 if y'all can hear it too when this thing starts. Give me a 1. Give me some 1s. Let's go. Okay, maybe I can't play this actually. No, I just heard it. That might be copyright. That's copyright. I don't know. Actually, I think that's copyright. I'm not sure. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Here we go. This is the video. How the Lions will fit Trey Hendrickson on the team. Hey, we did a Trey Hendrickson live stream. I think it was like a video. We either did a video or a live stream like a while back. I'm not gonna do another one unless something comes up like specifically tied with us. But we did a Trey Hendrickson thing a while ago and kind of broke it down. I actually kind of made a case for it, like you would be surprised. I actually made a case for it, but yeah, we did that. It was just before the draft, so that's up there. If you look it up on the channel, if you look up Trey Hendrickson, there's either a live stream or a video or something that we cut together. There's something up there. I'm not gonna do another one unless something new comes out. Here we go. I don't think I should play the volume on this. Here, let me play my own volume. I don't want to play this. I feel like I'm gonna get hit with something with this. They say they don't, but it's been a while since they told me that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Like, I've seen these places. Detroit at Green Bay. So they put these little stands up across the city. Is that what we're talking about? Okay, that's creative. Ooh, that was slick. Wait. What building is this? What building is this? Hey, this beat goes hard, man. Hey, this is kind of fire. I don't know what. They got like some pedestals or something. I don't know. Lions, Bears. So they put it on the right side for home game. I see y'all with the attention to detail. Yeah, I see with y'all the attention to detail. Okay. Oh, these dudes are just standing out here. They're like, what's going on? They got the drone flying in. Lions, Ravens. These are crispy. Oh, they put it on the Barry statue. Why'd they do it at the Cleveland game? All right. They're just trying to show things off. I think that's what we're trying to do here. A state park. I've never been here. They got a carousel. That's clean. Okay. It threw me off for a second. Lions at Bengals. Ooh, okay. I've actually never seen this in person either. I want to see this thing. That's fire looking. Yo, that thing looks massive too. Is that thing like really big? Is this really big? Respect to Jim Brown. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can rock with that. What is it? Post Malone. Jelly roll. Okay, got you. Right in front of Ford Field. Here we go. That thing's massive. I want to see that thing. Okay. Bye week. Okay, we're in the field now. We gotta fly out of the field. Yeah, I like how they did that. Oh, we're in the parking garage. How did they get that up there? Nah, we got to make this make sense. How in the world did they get that up there? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not standing on this. That looks, no shot, dude. Unless there's like a platform. Oh, never mind. My bad. Look, I didn't know that was all right, I played myself. All right, let's keep it moving. My bad. Here we go. This is cool looking. This is really cool looking. Lions at Washington. Are they gonna do like a funny one this year, or is this all we get? I'm not mad at this. This is crispy. Not sure what building this is either. I like this. It's really open. That nice open grass. Looks like it's about to rain, to be honest. Ooh, whoa. What clock is this? Shinola, Detroit. Is that a clock? How have I not seen that? I feel like I should have seen that. I've walked in that way before. This got to be a new clock. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's always been there. I don't know. Michigan Central Station. That's Central Station. Ram schedule release is hilarious. Yo, we better do a funny one, bro. Hey, just put these straight in the road. Okay. Ooh, okay. To the parking lot again. Prime Video. Wait, did someone say there's a game on Netflix? On the beach? Is that because it's LA? So they're like, let's put it on the beach? That's kind of good. I like that. Pittsburgh. On the grass. Bro, I didn't. So they're on like a hill? You still live 2 blocks from Fox Theater. Okay, I see you. Wow. A skate park. It's a nice skate park. That's a really nice skate park. Wow. Look at this dude. He got in the video. At least he didn't fall. Okay. Lions, Vikings. Is that because like they're building? I don't know. That reminds me of their building. This is clean. This makes you think of Chicago a little bit. Like, you know, like Chicago's got the bean or whatever. This kind of makes me think of this. I feel like there's a lot of detail to this where they did this. Oh, this was at the end? I could have just grabbed this. Wait, which one's on Netflix? Christmas is on Netflix. Oh, I don't like that. Bro, that thing better not be leggy like crazy, dog. Because you already know that thing's about to leg like crazy. Oh, man, Netflix. I don't know. Maybe it did well last year, but the fight was horrible. Maybe it did well. I don't know. That concerns me. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's not that. Then it'll be fine. Actually, the streaming's okay because it keeps everybody kind of on the same pace. But if that thing's lagging, bro, like, yeah, Cincinnati, they got the carousel. I'm not sure how those two go together. But, like, they pick some nice spots. And then we got the big dude here with Kansas City. I don't know what this is. What is this thing? I actually never knew what this is, to be honest with you. I'm probably sounding crazy to people that live there. I don't even know what this is. What this is supposed to be? It's like a. I don't know what this is, to be honest. Shinola watches made in the D. Okay. Shinola watches. Kirby is going to have one interception each game this year. That's crazy. Spirit of Detroit. That's what this is? This is Spirit of Detroit? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a spirit. Now the blank, that's spirit. And oh, so it's like a religious thing? Dog, I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this, to be honest. I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen it in person, at least. I mean, it's kind of cool looking. I don't know what he's holding. It looks like he's holding like the sun and something like angels. Beard of Detroit, Hart Plaza. All right, I don't know. I'm gonna stop guessing. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just taking swings, bro. I know what this is. I've been here before. You need a downtown tour? No, I really do. I've like been around the stadium, but like I've been to other parts too, but I don't know where I'm at exactly. Like I just go to the places where things are happening. Like so I go to training camp a lot. I go to the games, which is just around there. And I went to another spot one time for I don't know why I went down there. It was nice. It was nice though. I've been at Easy Spot at Woodward. I've been there. That's also been there a couple times. Been there for Lions Nation Unite. Like so for certain things, but I don't just be like walking around there. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't be able to find much unless it was right next to the stadium. But like it looks pretty sweet out here, man. Like I don't know where we're at, but this looks cool. Yeah, this looks sweet. I didn't know this was even a thing. City council meets there. Got you. Okay. Okay. Well, look, man, y'all don't have to give me I don't. I'll stop. I'll stop asking y'all, man. I'm sitting here asking for directions to places. That's good. Schedule release is out. It's finally official. Video on Keith Cooper Jr. will be happening. I don't know if it's going to come out tonight. But it's about ready to go. And because I don't want to overlap too many videos at once, I might drop it tomorrow morning. But Casey Rogers' video is out now. So that's that makes if you start watching it, I do implore you to like get past the halfway point because then I start using more clips. Just as a little spoiler, because it gets better like once you get beyond the first 16 in terms of seeing clips. So I was just, even if you want to skip ahead, 26-foot bronze monument was the largest cast statue made anywhere in the world since the Renaissance. 26-foot bronze monument. Which one's is that the Spirit of Detroit monument? Or is that something else? I mean, it looks sick. I mean, hold up. I'm going to look this up real quick. It's on Woodward Avenue. Oh, wow. Yeah. Now that's tough looking. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go see that. No, I gotta go see that for real. I want to get a picture with that. Yeah, that's cool looking. It's cool. They got like jerseys on them and stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. Next time I go there, I'm gonna have to check that out. I gotta see that. I gotta see like the big landmarks there. I haven't seen them. I worked there on mid 70s, watched the fireworks from there. Dang, okay. In front of City Hall. Got you. Okay. Lions games were number one on every service station channel. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. Like most of our game, I mean, 1 p.m. games is insane. We'll never go back, man. Hopefully we don't. Okay, my bad. We do need to rock these beats. I didn't even think about the beats. We should have just popped them on. Y'all are cool with me just popping them on. I'll play them all the time. If he doesn't care, I'll just roll those and everything in the background. Put a little credit in the, you know what I'm saying? Unless he's gonna copyright me though. If he's gonna copyright me, I can't do it. I got us. I'll put it in videos. I got us going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl, but I could be a bit biased. It actually made my videos better, to be honest. You got us winning the Super Bowl and going undefeated. You could be a bit biased. Nah. I feel like that's good. This is good. This is good because all you're doing is you're saying, look, I think we're better, and we won 15 games last year. Right? We lost 3 games. If we get a little bit better, can we make a 3-game jump? That's all you're saying. You're saying, can we make a 3-game jump? That's not crazy. That's not crazy. We could do it. We could do it. I like that prediction. I do like that. Okay. I don't know. 13-4 feels about right. We might win. We might win 16 games this year. Why not, dude? I don't know. I think we're capable of literally anything. I don't want to cap this team. I think they're capable of anything at this point. Like they can. It's weird now. You like expect them to win all the time. That said, though, I do think it's gonna be difficult. This is legitimately a hard schedule, but they just seem like they can win all the time. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. I appreciate y'all joining. If you just joined again, Roger's video is out, and I will see you guys soon tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow for another video, and we'll go from there. I got some other stuff. You know, we have to get to another draft one that we're working on too. So there's a couple of things that I have to knock out. Still want to talk about Nate Lynn a little bit. So maybe I'll do that in the Keith Cooper video. I'll talk about Nate Lynn. I want to give him some love. I haven't done that yet. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it on a live stream. Maybe we'll do it Friday. There's like underrated players. Nate Lynn. He'll be on there. I think 2 to 4 teams will be packed. Yeah. This division is gonna be crazy. Like everybody's got a tough schedule in the division for the most part, right? Like the Vikings, Packers, we're all playing the same pretty much teams. Everybody's got their hands full. So that's the positive. Is everybody's got their hands full. The downside is they didn't want to lose games last year. So hopefully that changes. Hopefully the Vikings aren't like, yeah, let's win every game. Hopefully they just start losing the game. Take the pressure off us a little bit. That'd be nice. All right, though. We out of here, man. Have a great night. I'll see y'all soon. We out.